Hello and welcome back to Railroute Cooperative Mode with Exia. Thank you very much for joining us in today's video. Off camera, we have solved some of the timing issues that we were having on Exia's route, so there should be no more delays. Exia, having done work and working on the real railways, believes in the crew of these trains and apparently believes that they can get from one station to another in no time at all? Something like that. So, Exia probably knows better than we do as to how these trains operate, but I'm just going to point out I think teleportation may not yet be a thing, despite the fact that Japan is very technologically advanced. In today's video, we are going to be looking at, speaking of technologically advanced stuff, Tier 2 advancements. So, if I go to the system upgrades, Exia has already unlocked even more stations so that he can get Shibuya, but that costs 20 experience points. So when you have done all of this, as you perhaps would have if you're following along with the last video, once that is all done, you just need to get this many points to unlock all of these. Which order would we do this in? Probably even more stations. Basic tracks, 10 points. Go ahead and get that. I wouldn't worry about intercities just yet. More contract offers. There you go, they have a limit of 2. There you go, it's 2 and then probably 4 and 6. I was right, it can get up to 6. So, I'd probably get more contract offers. That would be a good one. But very, very important, departure and arrival sensors. Those are the two very important ones. And we'll be looking at advanced tracks a little later on as well, but I'm just going to go ahead and unlock that. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and unlock the lot. Intercities are passing trains. We'll be looking at passing trains a little later, just so that they do not clog up the contract offers. I'm not going to unlock them now, but I will unlock them later in this video. So make sure you stay tuned. In this video, the first thing I'm going to be doing is setting up departure and arrival sensors in Kamata and Tamagawa, Tama Plaza and Futako Tamagawa, is that what that one is? Yes. Setting up there. Then we'll be putting trains and more railways going to Yukigaya, Gotanda and Oimachi. And hopefully that should be enough to get us up to Tier 3. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started and let's see what we can do. Exia, are you making all the tracks faster?
Yes.
Don't do that yet.
Oh.
Not for these trains. They're all going to get stuck. All of my trains were set to a specific schedule. I'm going to have to adjust them. So I'll need them to be slower. Make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started. Exia is ahead of the curve. I am way, way behind, clearly. So yeah, I need to sort out the sensors before I change the speeds and then start sorting out the times. Yeah, leave these at 40 for now. Your one's at 42, aren't they? Oh, no. You've taken them up to 120. Right, Exia has taken his trains up all the way to 120 already, which is fine. Here's a question for you, Exia. Would it be smarter to have platforms 2 and 3 as passing No, that probably is not a good idea. We'll talk about that later. Let's start getting these departure and arrival sensors going. But also, because this is annoying me, I'm going to get rid of some of these. I'm going to leave only 2 there and 2 there. So, not going to accept these, and now you can see when you hover over these, 2 appear as opposed to 1. Not going to worry about those just yet. What we're going to be doing is getting departure and arrival sensors in. We're going to start with the departure sensor. Now, at this point in time, it doesn't really matter what we do with these. So, in fact, if it doesn't matter what we do with them, is there any point me putting them in? No, I am going to put them in. So, I'm going to have a departure sensor on platform 1. don't need one on platform 2, and I'll have a departure sensor over here on platform 6 of Tamagawa. We're also going to have a departure sensor platforms 1 and 2 in Yukigaya, and you'll see why in a moment. Departure sensor platform 1 for... should it be platform 1? No, it should be platform 2. We'll put it on both platforms anyway, and Gotanda as well, although Gotanda is going to need a little bit of work. So, before we start building that up, this bit of track I am going to rework. Exia, do you mind me reworking some of your track? Oh, okay. Small problem. Yeah, small problem.
Yeah.
I've messed up a train. Right. As soon as the departure sensor goes in, it will no longer auto reverse. Forgot about that. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up this particular departure sensor. So you'll notice that it gives me the 2 signals in opposing directions coming out of platform 6. So what I'm going to do is, for this one, I'm just going to select this signal, or it selects both signals, and I'm going to select this path. And now what you do is you select which station the train is going to. So in this case, the train is going to Kamata. There you go. So now any train that departs from platform 6 of Tamagawa Station heading towards Kamata is going to go down this particular path. And also you'll notice that is the perpetual route going to sort itself out? It has. So same thing, I can do the same thing here. I can say sensor 1. You'll notice that it cannot get onto any signal, and that's because this signal is too far away. What it means is I can get rid of the relay. So I can put this in here. I can get rid of the relay for this section. So that signal and that relay. Select that sensor, which selects that signal, and say go up there if you're going to Tamagawa. And then press escape. Now do not click somewhere else, because I believe if you click somewhere else sometimes it gets rid of this. So if you want to also check it, just click on the departure sensor and you'll see if you hover over the setting, the sensor that you've got and the signal it's going to, it will tell you, or the route, the block it's going to, it will tell you where it's headed. So that is how you check that. Nice and easy. So we have now got rid of a relay, and you'll notice that immediately it knows that was going to Tamagawa, so it's set that setup. What is this useful for, you might be asking? Well, say I wanted trains to go to Yukigaya, and I wanted it to be coming out from platform 1, or arriving on platform 1 and heading out over to this way. A relay would only take us in one direction, just like this one. I cannot get this signal that commuter 9203 is coming through. I cannot get that signal to go to platform 1 of Kamata and platform 2. There's no way for it to do that unless I swap to an arrival signal. I cannot have a relay signal on the platform because it will not let you do that. So instead we use the departure signal and say, if it is going to Yukigaya, set the route differently. And that is exactly what I'm going to be showing you now. So I'm going to set up the Yukigaya route like so. In fact, I think for this one I can set it up at the higher speed. Like that. I'll go ahead and upgrade. Now, an easy way to upgrade is just to hover over the track and press C. So that upgrades. So these tracks can be upgraded. This lot I'm not going to touch at present. What I am going to do is try and find a gap in the slot so that I can get something potentially going to Yukigaya, which at the moment there is nothing that wishes to go there. So I'm going to have to make a gap. There might be something here though. Shibuya, of course. Exia, you're not going to believe it. I've got trains that want to go to Shibuya from Yukigaya. all the way around. These trains want to just be part of your setup. I don't know why that's over there. None of those yet. I'll show you these as well in a moment, but let's try and get just one side. One side in. Just waiting for... There's one. Okay, so this one goes... In fact, this is a great one because it's going all the way. So it's going to start at Kamata, go to Yukigaya, and then go all the way to Oimachi. So we are going to have it not only go through, we're going to be not only go up to here, but continue out and go out the west of the map, which actually clears this bit. However, for that, we're going to need an arrival signal, or an arrival sensor. So I'm going to sort out this bit that Exia said I could sort out. So I'm going to fix this bit, or say fix it, adjust it. So the way it is going to... Can I bring that closer? I can. Interesting. So the way I'm going to do this is... Let's... Oh, that got rid of way more than I wanted to get rid of. Never mind. So we'll do... Get rid of those two for now. Come on, go. And build that. Do I want that really close to here? Probably do. So we're going to have these two really close to each other, connecting up like so. I will then demolish this tiny bit here. So we've got no ability of a train currently to go from Gotanda to Omachi. That's not going to happen. But we have a train. Any trains going from Yukigaya can do this. So I'm going to upgrade this section. We're actually running out of money, Exia. Is he even there? No idea.
Yes, I see that.
There he is.
I have phone call, so I had to push
right.
the button.
There you go. So yeah, we are running out of money, which is... Oops. That's fine. So I'm just going to set these signals up. You'll notice that immediately the departure signal no longer has this exclamation mark, which is fine. We could have departures coming out from here, but obviously I'm not doing that. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do that and set, so we're going to set departure, no, we're going to put an arrival signal in, which costs more than the departure signal. And the arrival signal can go right here. Now, if you put the arrival signal too close to any points, it can potentially cause problems. Same with relay signals. So, select all items to use the sensor. Well, I want... Let's see if I've got this right. That one goes there. No. This is the wrong type of signal. The signal I want is a routing signal. Blast. Okay. We're not going to be able to do that.
What is going on down here?
I'm trying to clean things up, but unfortunately I have to disconnect certain things temporarily. There we go. Because we do not have the technology. Unfortunately. There we go. Okay. So we can put an arrival signal in here and say, click that, that goes there, that goes into this station. So what this would do is that if we had trains going in on different platforms, it would route the train into the correct platform. So it would set the signal up to go into the correct platform. And also, we've got the option to set trains, if there is no scheduled platform, we can set it into a specific platform. So for example, there, it's saying if there's no scheduled platform, take it into platform 1. quite useful. What I need to do here is set up a bunch of auto signals. That was probably unnecessary. Actually, it may not be. May not be unnecessary. So I'm going to put this across here and across here. And you'll see why I've done that in a moment. So now what I'm going to do is say, if we are going to, we go this way. No, yes we do. We go this way if we're going to Oimachi. Now, you'll note that I can put a block in. So, oh, no money. What happened? We've run out of money. And that didn't last very long, did it? Tell you what, I will get rid of you and you, save some money, get rid of you and you and you and you. There we go, save some money. That's enough money to do what I need to do. Let's go ahead and place that there. And hopefully this one will work even though it isn't connected yet. Yes, so I click that and Kamata. So now what it's saying is that if we're going in, so there you go. If we are going to Kamata, it's going to take the following route that is now highlighted in yellow. If we're going to Oimachi is going to take that route and make its way out, which is pretty decent. So finally we get to put the departure routing in. So I'm going to connect up this high-speed track just there, and that's currently occupied, so we'll have to wait for that. There we go, and just there. And now we are going to put a relay over here, again a little distance away. That's clear to go into that platform for now. This is not using an arrival sensor, and then we're going to check this and say that goes to Tamagawa, but if we are going over, we'll go here for Yukigaya. So now, clicking on that, 2 departure routes, and it knows exactly what to do. So Tamagawa, it's going up there. Yukigaya, it's going out there. And that is how you set up the departure routes. So now what I need to do is try and make a gap. Oh, and this actually allows me to check that section too. That's what I want to keep. That's what I want to keep. That's not needed. That is not needed. That is not needed. We'll probably keep that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that for now. Get rid of that for now. Oimachi, Tamagawa, that's not going to work. That one will work. That one will not. No, great, that one actually wanted to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and check out our routings. So I'm going to get rid of, we'll just clear up a couple, we'll clear up some of the rubbish ones. So any that have been fulfilled that are not very good, I'm going to delete. So for example, that one can be deleted. No penalization once it is completed. Exia, do you mind if I fast forward, or are you doing something that will...
You can fast forward.
Excellent.
I only have one train out.
Excellent, thank you. I just need to start clearing some of these. I need to start making some gaps.
Yay.
Oh, you've got a train running all the way from Shibuya.
Yeah.
Exia, so you know how you've got this, you can connect up this bit here now?
Yes, I know.
Okay, good. Because hooray, departure sensors.
Yes.
Oh, and also, because we have the departure sensor, I can get rid of this perpetual sensor. So that's no longer needed. There we go, that's gone. And hopefully that doesn't mess up this relay. And this will become an arrival sensor at some point. So get rid of that. There we go. So that will end up being an arrival sensor. I'm just going to see if I can clear out how many more have been fulfilled. That's actually a good one. What does this? How many of these are done? Yeah, I just need a few. I just need a few fulfilled so I can get rid of them. That's why I'm fast forwarding. Plus, it's going to make us some money. In the meantime, what I guess I can do is I can get that one. So let's test this route. In fact, I need to set this one up too. So that for there, and that one for there. Oh no, that's not right. That one for there. There we go. So again, just doing the same for platform 2 as I did for platform 1. Just make sure that it goes on the correct side. And what we can then do is I could put an arrival sensor here. In fact, the arrival sensor here will probably be the best way to show you how to set this up. So if I do an arrival sensor here and say select auto signal, whoops, I need to put the signal in. That would help. That signal there.
Oh shoot!
There's the warning, the train alerts. That is what I was talking about in the last.
I was in a contract.
Ah, there you go. So now, this arrival sensor, depending on which platform I select in ECGadget, it will make sure that the train goes onto the right platform. So that, combined with the departure sensor, will allow us to get trains in and out of any platform just as easy as that. So that is what I'm going to show you. Let's get a train in on, let's bring it in on platform 2, shall we? Let's actually also speed. Do we have the money for this? Sorry?
You can speed up.
No, I was going to try and speed the tracks up, but we do not have the money. I was going to try and, but that's okay. I want to speed this bit of track up. Once we have the money for that, I'll do it. Yep, now we have the money for that. That's the great thing about doing this is it's very easy to get your money built up once you have trains running as you want them to be running. Now, of course, I'm not running speeds quite as high as what Exia is from Tama Plaza to Hutako Tamagawa. That's not
slowly
the kind of speeds I'm doing.
Speeding up the line up here.
Could you perhaps give me 15 grand to speed up one remaining part of my line? Thank you. And then after that, you can continue speeding up all the things you need. Teamwork. Exia and I can work as a team.
How would you do the signals for my automated block up here?
I'll do that in fact, let's do that now. Okay, so Exia has opened up an auto block. So what I would do, in all honesty, is I would just put a relay sensor in the auto block.
Okay.
And then just get that tagged in, because I think you can put relay sensors in there. There you go. Yeah, that's probably the best thing I would do. Right. So let's get this train running. Let's have it depart at 5 past. This isn't a great train, so I'm not going to continue after fulfilled. Let's just see it go there and then return. Okay, it's not 5 past. Let's make it go at 10 past. That is what I wanted to do.
Just need another relay sensor.
Train.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, right. I've got the same thing. And you know why I had the same thing? Because I haven't set up this departure sensor correctly.
Nope, and I even had departure signals on the
There
other
we go.
station, so...
There we go. That's the departure signal. That's my own fault for not setting that up. So now you see we've got a train coming in there correctly.
Oh,
I haven't
it's
set this
really
one
slow.
up. Well done, me. I thought I'd set that up. Go, will you? There you go. Why did that not? Okay, clearly I made a mistake somewhere. That one is set up. That one is set up. Why did that suddenly change? Okay. Let me know if I cannot fast forward.
You should be able to. I think I got this correct up here.
Okay. I'm going to do this, and hopefully this now works properly. Right, the arrival sensor works. It's just the departure sensor for some reason
I have
didn't.
that correct.
I'm going to actually leave it as what it was. I've just, yeah, it should be that.
There's your 15,000.
Now let's get a second train in here and try and do the exact same thing. Just give it a run. So, setting up departure sensors sometimes can go wrong. Let's see if it's correct this time.
Did you need to update your track?
No, I've done the track already.
Oh.
There we go. That is now working as it is supposed to. Please work this way. That is what it's supposed to do. I think what it is every time you put in a signal, it deletes your sensors, so you've got to be careful. So be careful where you block it up to. So obviously this one goes all the way up to Yukigaya. I should probably have another signal about here for the block. So got some arrival and departure signals going there. Let's do... Well, I need to try and get... Let's see what's fulfilled now. Oh, these are all fulfilled. Good. You can go. Don't need you anymore. Right, once you two are gone, I can clear that area up. Good.
Do you want to talk about regionals?
Not yet. Regionals are the red stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to do...
Is that or is that going to be a the other three-parter?
That's probably the other three-parter. Exia and I are recording this in threes at the moment. So, yeah, that's probably going to be the other three-parter. Regionals are a whole different ball game. I think we've unlocked everything. Oh, intercities are not unlocked, are they?
No.
All right, so let's get a couple more things running, and then we'll unlock the intercities and show you how the intercities work. Because I think Exia's got a route that would work quite well with the intercities, actually, if possible. Mm-hmm. Right, so now we have some gaps over here in Kamata. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can squeeze this particular train in. So we want to come in on platform 1. And what I'm going to do is push that a little bit further just because of timings. There we go. Now, say I wanted it to come in on platform 2, I don't have to, but I can say go in on platform 1 and then come back on platform 2. Even though this routing shows this is not the routing that it will end up taking. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's try this. Let's see what that works. The reason it won't take that routing is because that routing is, it does not take into account what the departure sensor tells it. And I've told this departure sensor, as you can see, to go down this way. So that is what it will do. There's the Yukigaya one. And as you can see, smooth as anything. I did not have to change a switch. I did not have to change any of the points. It did everything for me. And on top of that, we've got the clear routing all the way in. That works actually better than I thought it would work. Right, well, that was actually surprising. So that is that. Let's go ahead and get this train running. And for this one, it's great because let's... Oh, I cannot get it slotted in there. We'll have to get this slotted in later over here. We'll put that into platform 1 and put that into platform 1 as well. That should do the trick quite nicely. Although I have noticed that because of this, there's a train that should be arriving there beforehand, and we've got this, the signals are too far apart. So we may have to do something about that. So I'm just going to accept that. And now I'm going to place another signal about here. But you'll note immediately that these are no longer happy. So what I'm going to do is I have to double check that one. There we go. That's better. And it's fine on this side. That signal. So that's the new block. And that bit is fine. And that should do the trick. Now, of course, going up to here will be cleared up to here. But what happens after this? This is where the relay signal comes in. It's just continuing. So it doesn't really matter. There's no additional routing. I just want it to continue up to the next signal. And that is how you do that. Similarly, I'm going to place another signal here and put that in for Yukigaya and stick a relay, let's say there, connect that up to that and clear it into the next block. So that's that. Now, whilst all of that is running, of course, we did say something about intercities. So if we go ahead and unlock the intercities to end this video, how far are we from tier 3? Not too far at all. Right. So for the intercities, what happens? Well, the intercities are going to, so we probably,
technically you can do the intercities also.
I could do an intercity as well. I think the Shibuya is probably the more likely one to show up. So what we're going to do is it will come up as a different icon. See the single arrow up? It should come up with 2. So if we just get rid of any that we cannot actually do. So for example, that one, and can we fast forward through these?
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm going to get rid of a bunch that I am not going to use or do not wish to use to see what shows up. And eventually we should get an intercity contract show up. Why does that one want to go all the way to Shibuya? We'll sort out Omachi later. That one works.
Oh, I need to adjust the timetable on this one.
Ah, there we go. Intercity has shown up already. That was fast. It always seems to show up on this upper one. So, unfortunately, this intercity is not where we want it to go, which is really annoying. But if we look at that, that is the route that it would want to take. However, you will notice that there is no departure time for Tama Plaza, there is no departure time for Tamagawa, and there is no departure time for Musashi. So the reason for that is because this train is going to come in, past that station, stop at Futako Tamagawa, go and then continue through the remaining 2 stations and leave the map once again. That's how an intercity works. Unfortunately, this is not an intercity we can take. The next intercity, however, is one you can take. Check out what's come up.
Oh.
So that one is going to be stopping at Futako Tamagawa, but it is not stopping at Tama Plaza, and it is not stopping at Shibuya. So it's going to just continue straight through Shibuya. So what's the advantages and disadvantages of this? Well, you'll see that some of them have higher rewards. So this one starts at 6,500. It is going to be pretty fast. But the disadvantage is you want to make sure that the slower trains, the stopping services, are out of the way. because you could end up getting an intercity service stuck behind one of those. That would be a problem. That's something you definitely do not want to do. Exia, are you going to be putting that intercity service into service then?
Yeah.
All right, so we will end this video with the intercity service up and running. In the meantime, I'm going to get a couple more of these up and running as well. Now, let's say, for example, just to give an example of this arrival sensor, I want to send this up platform 1, just for the sake of it. So let's do that and send that in. I'll show you that the arrival sensor does work, and it knows that that train will be coming into platform 1. It will reroute into platform 1. So that is how the arrival sensor works once that train actually comes in. Now you can adjust these. You can look at the different times for this, or you can click this and show if you want specific platforms to or to be not shown. So obviously I have all the platforms. Oops, I got rid of that. I have all the platforms shown for all of the stations. In fact, this one is not showing 1 through 6, but obviously at the moment there's only platform 6. So realistically, I do not need to show those. That's all I need to do. There we go. Platform 1 is all that needs to be shown. Put Thermal Plaza in, and also you can rearrange these just by moving them up and down. It's a very, very intuitive system here. So I like setting these up in a way that it's top to bottom somewhat, and left to right. So Yukigaya is probably the furthest one on this side. There are 12 stations on this map, so I can put 6 on either side. So I could put, for example, Shibuya up here. There you go. That's probably a good idea. And that goes there. Meguro would go in between those two. That station, whatever it is, will go between those two, and then that station goes in there too. Whilst 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 stations. Where's the 6th? I'm missing a station. I'll find the station I'm missing. And that's that. Is the intercity running through? Yes, it is. There you go. So that intercity, which stopped there, is currently running all the way through. And what platform did you send that in on? Platform 1. Yes.
I hope 1.
Yes, I think it did go through 1. And oh, what's complaining? Nothing. And
that was one of my trains braking and then got the signal.
Right. Okay. So
my signals up here are brake activated.
Which you might want to push that relay slightly further back then.
Probably.
That will probably keep the speed up. There you go. The arrival sensor is also working, sending it into platform 1 as opposed to 2 without me having to do anything. And that intercity, as you'll see as it comes through Shibuya, has a different sound as well. If we do 10 times speed, it's just going to pass straight through. There it goes. It's gone. No stopping, and Exia can accept it. In fact, Exia's done such a great job, the travel time is significantly shorter than what was put up. That's great. That's also where I'm going to be ending this video, and just so that I can take screenshots, I need to get rid of all of this. There we go. Right. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to click on the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on rail routes. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting us know what you think. And again, how far do you think we are going to be able to get in this particular series? We have almost unlocked tier 3. We will have that unlocked before the next video. And to be honest, it is probably going to be 2 videos, if not more, in which tier 3 upgrades are going to be looked at, because some of these upgrades, like the routing sensor, does take a lot of work, and the contracts manager is something else completely. So we will be spending a little bit of time working on that. So yes, there is that. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon, link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That one works for me. That is all from myself and Exia, and we will see you next time in Railroute, where we will be upgrading a lot of this, get the tier 3 stuff coming, especially the routing sensor, And then the opportunities are going to really open up until us needing tunnels, which will mean that we have to look at red stuff, which is regional trains, which then requires shunting, which is a whole to-do in itself. Make sure you stay tuned for all of that, and we'll see you next time.